So what's up, everybody? It's Coop coming at you again from Wonder Why Farm. I haven't posted in a while, but been having a little bit of health issues, but I finally think I'm getting on the mend here. So wanted to post a little video today, just basically doing some farm chores around here. Right now I'm hauling some water. As I've told before on some other videos, I've got a little problem with the spring that I use for my house and water here around to feed my animals, or excuse me, to water my animals, not feed them. It doesn't run real good. It actually needs redug, but I've got another water source right down around the road that makes enough water probably for 50 houses, honestly. So it's just a matter of hauling some every couple days. I have to haul, so it's no big deal, but a little bit of a pain. But so that's what we're going to do right now. I just got up here to where my tank is. It's a pretty cold day out today. It's about 25 degrees, so the wind's blowing pretty hard. But that's weather here in Western PA and in the middle of December. So yeah, I'll set you up there and hopefully the wind won't blow you over. And of course it did anyway, but regardless of that. So I'll set you up. I need to get a little better camera stand here. I basically use this gravity flow here. Turn you around there. That's the tank, of course. And this comes out of there in the pipe system, and then this actually gets down the hill. Pretty cheap setup here, really. Just a few pieces of pipe. I don't even glue it together in case I have to take it apart, especially when it's cold like this. I can take it apart. The ice doesn't build up in the pipe. And of course down in there is my holding tank. That tank will hold 500 gallons. So my spring out here can keep it around a couple hundred gallons in there at a time, but I just kind of supplement it with it because I got the goats and the goats and my little heifer calves here. This is Blossom. She's just a spring baby. Gonna get a bull this summer and breed them in the fall, and then maybe next 2 springs now, I guess, I'll have me some calves maybe. As you can see, they're all woolly. I just actually fed them some grain here. Give them some hay later. They got some hay from yesterday they haven't cleaned up yet. Goats, they're looking nice and fat. Two little babies, Cheddar and Bree, and their mama Rose. Everybody's pretty fat. They seem pretty happy. They're real active. I mean, of course they get inside this shed here when the wind blows, but they don't seem to really mind. It got down to about 15 last night, and the wind was blowing. Everybody seems to be doing fine. No real issues with anything. So. But it is awfully cold today. But calves, they were kicking and running around here a little bit ago, like it didn't even bother them too much. So wouldn't be too bad out here if this wind would stop blowing. But again, that's Western PA. Gets cold here. It's been raining really pretty heavily the last few days. Of course, now all the runoff is froze. So Now we've got ice everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on here. Everybody just kind of standing around waiting for something to eat. It's cold out, and as long as you keep animals feed and stuff like that, they're pretty well built to stay outside. If they got a little shelter they can get in out of the wind. I've got shelters for all my horses, all my animals really. The horses are crazy though. They'd rather go out and stand by a wood somewhere, turn their back to the wind and just stand there rather than go in the shed. So they know best. I mean, I provide them with a shelter. They seem to prefer standing out in it rather than go in a shed. If it's really, really windy, they'll sometimes go down and hang out there. They go in more whenever you get like a snow squall, and they don't really want to stand out in that. But just straight wind blowing, typically they just go out and stand by the woods and turn their back to it, hunker their head down a little bit, and they just stand there. And when you come with something to eat, hay, grain, they come and they eat it, and they seem to do fine. I used to put my horses in every year. I thought I was doing them a service, and while they were inside, I guess out of the weather, the wind, the snow, they did terribly. They lost weight. They're not an animal that's meant to be kept up in a barn somewhere in a stall all the time. It's just not how God made them. That's why they get woolly hair and in the wintertime, and nobody puts wild horses in. They run around out in the wild, and ain't nobody out there bringing in any hay or grain even. They fend for themselves. Of course, they've got millions of acres to roam over, so they can go find places that they can get grass to eat. But so I found that most things, livestock, are pretty much built to be outside, and they really, to me, they do much better. Their health is better. I think sometimes we think that we need to put them in because we're cold. Well, we're not really built to be outside and live out in the elements. We don't have hair all over us, and our body temperature is not what a cow or a horse would be. I mean, a typical horse, body temperature normal is 100, 101. If you had 101 temperature, you'd be in bed, sick. You'd probably go to the doctor or the hospital to get some medication or something, or find out what's going on. But for them, that's normal. So just a lot of things. I mean, God knew what He was doing, and He put the animals here, and he didn't expect that there was going to be barns for them to run into and someone to feed them. So over millions of years, these animals have adapted, and like I said, from my own experiences, I find that they do way better outside. So I want to talk a little bit about the water I have. I'll turn the camera around here. I'm sitting in the truck right now. You probably can't see it. Up there beyond that little oak tree there's I moved my water up there, and that's where I feed. I have one horse that I put over in this paddock over here. I have another horse that actually beat him up. He's kind of a sissy, so the other horse kind of beat him up a lot, and I put him over there just so he would not get beat up as much. So the only problem over there is I don't have any electricity to run like a frost-free water over there. So I'm kind of experimenting. One of my other videos, I put a couple tanks together, and I put some insulation in there and some foam insulation, and just to see if I could keep it from freezing over. I didn't put that in the video today. I actually checked it, and it had a little bit of ice on top. Now it got down to 15 degrees last night. It had probably about a little less than a ½ inch of ice on top. I just was able to plunk it right out of there in one piece, and there was probably, whatever that tank is, another foot or so of water down in there. So they typically don't drink a lot in the wintertime. In the barn, when I'd keep him down there, he would probably drink, he would definitely drink 5 gallons a day. Once in a while, I would put 2 buckets in, 10 gallon. But I had a 15-gallon water down there, and he never ran out. This is a 25 up here, so you know, in the wintertime, I found that if they can get, you know, between 4 and I'd say 8 gallons of water, that's really about all they ever drink when it's cold like this. He'll drink a lot more in the summertime. Of course, no problem then keeping the water. So, but I'll show you that tub tomorrow. It's supposed to get down again tonight, real cold, and I'll see where the ice situation is there. I'll take a little video of that and post it. It seems to be working. I mean, again, 15 degrees is pretty cold, plus the wind was blowing. So we had wind chills down into single digits last night. So I think it holds enough heat in there, and is insulated well enough that, you know, every day I can go out and plunk the piece of ice off the top of it. Whenever I feed him, he eats, he gets a drink, and you know, pretty much that's all he really needs for the day. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to show you what's going on here for today. Got some other things happening. This is kind of a downtime for farming. Obviously, there is no crops to put up. There's no garden to do. It's just pretty much maintaining until we get the ground temperature up again to 70 degrees. I got my greenhouse. I'll get it rolling here another month or two. Start getting some plants in there, and we'll talk about that, and we'll show you some videos on that. But if you like my videos, I'm just starting out. I'm trying to produce some things for you here. But if you like my videos and you want to see some more, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button on this video, and ring that bell there, and get notifications whenever I post something. So I promise try to mix it up a little bit. Again, at this time of the year, it's just kind of maintain kind of stuff. You can kind of see the animals and me feeding them and that kind of stuff. I will post I was going to post a video actually today of my dog, my blue heeler. I got several views on that for being a brand new channel, so, and some comments. So I think people like the dog. So I'll do a little bit with her maybe tomorrow, and we'll take a look at this water tub over here. And if you guys like it, it's pretty simple. Just take 2 tubs, put them together, poke some insulation down there, and I got canned foam insulation, filled it up. It's worked for my purposes down to about 15 degrees with wind chills in the single digits. So far so good. Didn't freeze solid, so that's what I was kind of looking for. I knew it wouldn't obviously keep it from freezing all the way. The top surface is definitely going to freeze. It's an open top, anything's going to get ice on it, so nothing you can really do about that. But you know, if the whole tub freezes solid in a half hour, that wouldn't help out. But if you can take top off of it, and horse can get a drink, and you're, you know, pretty good to go. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up now, and I promise I'll make more videos. I know it's been a little bit of time. I don't have too many subscribers, but everybody has to start somewhere. So I'm starting out. I actually watched Arm's Family Homestead today, and he got to 200,000 subscribers. And in his video, he was talking about how you just keep at it. You know, he started out with 0 videos and 0 subscribers, and so that's where we're at. We're trying to just try to show you the same thing, kind of like Daniel does. I didn't really get to do any hunting videos. I didn't do a lot of hunting. It was pretty much under the weather for that. I went out a couple days, but didn't really get to do any video on that. So, but I got other stuff coming. Stick with me and watch us grow here on Wonder Why Farm. And hope everyone has a good day, and want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and again, we'll see you on the next video.